Hi Stampers, Sarah here with MrsLincolnsInkin.com. Today I wanted to show you how to make this card right here. This is what the front of it looks like, and when you open it up, how cute is that? It's called the Tunnel card, and it's a super fun card to make. This one is for Valentine's Day, and the one that we're making today is also going to be for a Valentine's Day theme because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So let's go ahead and get started making this card. First, what you're going to need is 2 pieces of cardstock, both cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And you can use Whisper White, you can use 2 different colors, you can mix and match and really make the card your own. So today I'm using the Baked Brown Sugar and the Coastal Cabana, and you have to decide if you're going to use 2 colors, which color you want on your outside and which color you want on your inside. And what I mean by that is on this card here I use Whisper White as my base, and then on the inside I use the Real Red. And the reason why it's important to decide first off which one you want on the inside and outside is for scoring purposes, because each piece is scored differently. So for this card, I'm going to be using the Baked Brown Sugar as the base of my card, and then the Coastal Cabana on the inside of my card. So let me grab the Simply Scored. Get it out here. Alright. So now with the base of your card, so the Baked Brown Sugar for me, we need to make 1 score mark at 4 1/4. So it's going to be just an average size card. So when we fold it over, this is how we make our normal bases of our cards. Just like that. So simple enough. On the inside part of our card, let me see if I can move this down a little bit. There we go. On the inside part of our card, we need to make a score mark at 2 1/8. So the 1/8 mark on the Simply Scored is going to be the mark right after the 2. So 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and then 6 3/8. So that's going to be 3 little dashes right after the 6 on the Simply Scored. So again, that's 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 6 3/8. So now we're done with our Simply Scored. So put that away. Alright, perfect. So now on the piece where you have the 3 score marks, this is where we need to do some die cutting. So today I'm using the Hearts framelits, and to do this part of my project I'm actually going to be using the 3rd from the outside, you know, from the largest to the smallest. It's number 3. So that's the die that I'm going to be using right now. And I'm going to grab the Big Shot real fast. Okay. So now on this part of our project, what we need to do, I don't want to mess anything over there up. Okay. We need to put our magnetic plate down, or our normal plate, with our clear plate, our cardstock. And then what you want to do with the rigid side of your framelit facing downward, you want to line up this peak right here and this peak right here on that score mark that you made. So it's your 4 1/4 score mark. And you want to try and get it as center as you can, meaning the gap from the top to the bottom. And that looks pretty good to me. We're going to put our other plate on, and I'm really sorry, this one is super old and you can barely see through it. And then we're going to run this through our Big Shot. Perfect. So now you don't want to get rid of this piece yet, so just set that aside. And now this is what our card should look like. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get the Big Shot out of the way. Okay, So now with this piece that we just cut, what we want to do is do the valley mountain fold. So we're going to fold inward, outward, inward. So essentially, when you're all done, it should look like a little M or a W, whatever way you're looking at it. So then we just want to take our bone folder and we really want to reinforce these score lines right here. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so now what we need to do is I like to decorate my panels right here. So you need 2 pieces of DSP, and I'm using the new Fresh Prints DSP that's available right now in the Occasions Mini. And these pieces need to be cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So we're just going to go ahead and snail these up and stick these right here on the side of our card. Now you want to make sure when you put your panels down that this part of your card is facing upward. You don't want it like this. You want it where this peak is facing up. And then we're going to put our panels down. And that looks good to me. And then this one over here. And that looks good to me too. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere this to the inside of our card. So we're going to take our card base and we're going to put adhesive on one side of our panels right now. And I'll explain to you why. I find that it's easier when making a project like this, when you need things to line up pretty exact or it's not going to look right. It's easier if you line this up first, like this, so you can make sure that it's perfectly even, just like that. Close this, adhere this panel, and then just close your card. And then it is perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is this piece that we took out earlier, see how it already has that score mark in there? We're just going to fold it in half. Then we're going to put some adhesive on the back. And we're going to line this up right here in that cutout that we made out earlier. Just like that. Perfect. Can you see it in there? Okay. Now me, I don't like just having the heart in there. So what I did was I took my next size down framelit, so this would have been the 4th framelit from the largest framelit, and I cut it out on a piece of Whisper White, and I used the I Frickin' Love You, and I frickin' love that stamp, I think it's so cute, from the Yippee Skippy set. And what I'm going to do is just fold this in half, like this. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Put some sticky on the back of it here, and then I'm going to line this up in the center, and it just gives it that nice little greeting on the inside. And then you just close it again and give it a nice rub, and there you go. How cute. So now real quick for the front, let's go ahead and decorate that. I'm using a piece of real red, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 because I want it to have a little bit of border on the outside. And I'm just going to snail it up stick this on the front. Like that. And then I went ahead and I cut out 3 more hearts. I cut out 1 heart using the Coastal Cabana again, and this is the 3rd framelit from the largest. Then I used the silver glimmer paper. This is going to be the 4th framelit from the largest. And then I used the Fresh Prints DSP to match our inside panels here. And this would be the 5th from the largest. So I'm literally just going to layer these on top of each other for the front of my card. Like that. And I think I'm actually going to use some dimensionals for the next 2 layers because I want my card to have some dimension. So put dimensionals on the back here, rip those off. Whoop. Whoop. Get that center, or center enough for me. And then a couple more dimensionals on this little guy right here. There we go. And there we go. There is the finished tunnel card. How cute is that? And then here's the one that I did earlier. How cute. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's Friday video here at Mrs. Lincoln's Inkin. Until next time, happy inkin!